going on, everybody? Rob here, Trev2323. I know I got my bedhead going on right here, but today we're changing the blinds. We had mini blinds in this 110-year-old house this whole time we were here. Eventually we're going to change the windows little by little. We did change the windows in the kitchen now. These are the old windows, the original ones with the house. You know, I put the temperature gun in another video on this window right here. And in the polar vortex, this window right here on the inside was 53 degrees. And the window on the kitchen, the brand new windows on the window was 70 degrees. Because they're like, got the gases in them or whatever. So it depends on where you get them from. Because we got a big box store. We put the gas windows and all that in the attic. Many moons ago. Financed them suckers, paid them off. But we still got frost and everything. They weren't as good as... one of my buddies actually knows a place that makes them, and those were awesome. But I wanted to show you these right here, the clips on the top. These are the mini blinds, and I tell everybody, get a drill with a screw tip. That's always the best way to go. But these are what holds the mini blinds in place. There's just little clips right here, and you slide them to the side, and it exposes the blind. You see? You just slide these to the side. I do it with a screwdriver so I don't, you know... but this is how you put the mini blinds in. Let me put this all the way up so it'll be easier to take out. Okay, so when you take them out, all you do is you put the screws for the blinds in. I always just eyeball it. But those are drywall screws. Those are like 1-inch drywall screws. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these down, and then we're going to put the thicker wood ones up. They just look so much nicer. When you're measuring your windows for the mini blinds, you're measuring from the inside of the frame. See the inside of the frame? Sorry, the camera better. From the inside, oh, looking straight. From the inside of the frame is where you measure for your mini blinds. 33 and 33. But see, now this is a wood frame where it's easier to screw into. Some of the new windows, I don't know what frame you're gonna have. You see how old these windows are? That actually rope broke, but there's the rope with the weight in that window right there. So there's a big weight inside this to help the window go up and down, nothing like the new ones. And those right here, I always just eyeball those. But when you measure the inside of the frame, a lot of the blinds have like from 31 to 33 inches or 32 to 23 inches or whatever, and then you measure the length. Now let me show you the difference. See how this is all the way in here? Well, if the blind is shorter or says it goes to the extent, I'm gonna take this out some. These will actually sit in here like this, and that's what makes a difference in the length, like that, or if it sits like this. That's how it makes a difference in the length. I mean the length, the width. So that's why they say, you know, if you got a inch on this side and an inch on that side, then it'll extend a little bit to fit in between it. And what I did one time is we couldn't find for these 110-year-old windows something exactly, so I put a little piece of wood on the bottom of both sides in here, so when I sat it, it was able to sit all the way on the end like that. But these right here, after you eyeball them, it's so much easier to use a drywall screw, like a 1-inch drywall screw or 1/2-inch drywall screw is all you need. But I always love my screw gun because you just and Bob's your uncle. All right, these are the new cordless blinds that my honey got, 33 by 64. And when they say cordless, all you do is push the bottom of them up and pull it down, and they go up and down by themselves. So they are pretty cool. But they are foxwood white blinds, so they're heavier than the little slat mini blinds. So I'm using my minimalist survival knife to open them up. So be sure to watch the video on this little thing that I love so much. Pay like you can find them for $19 to $22. So you open the blinds up right here, and here's the directions. So you know what we do with directions? Ooh, throw them away. Let's just put this stuff up. Box up. I don't know why. Oh, this is to open and close it. This is to open the blinds and close the blinds. But there's all your mounting hardware right in there. So let me open this up. Holy crap, you're not in Kansas anymore. All that's amount of these Foxwood blinds. That's unreal compared to the mini blinds. All right, so these are your pieces here. So I'm looking at how to put them on, trying to figure this one out. Now this right here is a spacer for the ceiling. This is the mounting bracket. This little spring goes at the bottom, and these hooks go at the top. And this you screw into the top, and you could adjust them when you screw the screws in there. But let me show you how it hooks onto the blinds. See this right here? This springs on. This is the bottom part. This is the front part. You hook this underneath the blind, and when it's hooked up underneath, you push the bottom piece in, and that's how it holds the blind. So this right here got to get screwed in the top. Like I said, these little hooks right here, they hook underneath the front of the blind, and then it clips on to the bottom right there. So let me get these screwed in. This is why I always have extra drywall screws on hand. This is a regular drywall screw that they give you with the kit, and you don't need to use a spacer for that, and that's how much it sticks through. But they wouldn't give you a spacer if you really kind of didn't need it. Now this is a 1 1/4 drywall screw. I always got boxes of drywall screws, and you see the difference that makes. That's enough to grab the wood and not have to screw that much in there. And then this is the wood screw they give you, and look how big that sucker is. If you're twisting this one by hand, it's gonna be forever. This one right here won't be as bad twisting by hand, and you don't need to pre-drill this one. This one right here, you have to pre-drill. Well, I cannot say you don't have to, but yeah, I'll pre-drill this one with a small hole, so this way I can just screw it in really fast. But either way, this is why I always have drywall screws on hand, because this right here, this wood screw is like just completely overkill. Trying to shoot that wood screw all the way through and screw it in that much, that's just completely overkill right there. So I got the drill bit, and it says to line and mark. Now the other ones went on here on this side. Now these wood ones have to go on this side right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to have it right here because I need the room to work with. So I'm going to have it kind of right here. And the good thing is, once you have the screws in place, you can move these back and forth as needed on the screws, because there's lines right here. So I'm not going to have it butted up against the wall right here, because you have no room to work with on these. So I'm going to screw the holes right in the center of the piece of wood right here, so we can mount these right here. One. Now it went past the trim wood into the main wood up here. So I'm going to screw this one in first. Now you see with drywall screws, you can actually do this by hand. Alright, so I went to go get a screwdriver to show you that you can do this by hand with drywall screws. Drywall screws screwing a lot faster. It always is easier with a screw gun. Just make sure not to over tighten, because you'll split the wood. Bob's your uncle. Now with those little screws they give you, you'll be screwing in there for days trying to get that thing in there. There's the second one. And then, like I said, they give you room to slide it back and forth wherever you feel that you may need it. So I think it's going to be a little bit further back, because this don't clip on to the front of the blinds. It clips on a little bit further back in the blinds. So this is going to actually probably be all the way back where I'm going to put it at. I kind of already know that. And I'm leaving these a little bit room to wiggle, but not a lot to wiggle out. So that this way, wherever it's going to need to go back and forth when I clip it on, I can kind of get it in place, and then it's held in really good right there. So I put the other one in, and then I'll put the blinds on. Okay, so now with these blinds, We'll get him in a better position. This right here hooks onto this right here, and then they clip. So I'm trying to do it without being able to see it. All right, there you go, Bob's Drunko. I gotta wash it down right here, but now these right here just pull down. So see that right there? You can have them go up. Oh, yeah. They go up, or you can pull them down. I kind of really don't like that you kind of can't see what you're doing right there to hook those suckers on. But you see there's little clips in the back right there. Those clips should be facing down. And you see I got a fingerprint right there. I gotta take that off. Gotta hook this on, and then those are in place, good to go. That's how you put these on. They're a lot harder than the mini blinds, but that's how you put these newfangled cordless wood blinds on. Talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share. Right on, right on. Look what I just seen. Made in Madison, Wisconsin. Awesome. Thanks, Madison. US made. I think for this longer one, I'm actually going to measure and put them right here. See, there's no gear stuff right here, and there's no gear stuff right here. I think the trouble I had last time was trying to mount it right here. So you see, this end, it's easier, there's nothing right here. But this end would actually have to be closer to the wall. And it's a little bit harder to work closer to the wall, so I'm going to measure, and I'm going to mount them right in here. Bear with me here. Now I mounted them further in, away from all the gear mechanisms. Gotta hook them on the top. And see how easy that was doing it that way? That was a lot easier. So I've actually mounted them away from the gear mechanisms on the back of it, and they mounted in a lot easier. So that's what I would do if I were you. Alright, make sure you're putting the spacers on the top, because if the spacers weren't on the top, there's no way you would have room to finagle that hook in right there if the spacers ain't on the top. You need the spacers on the top. But they come in packed, stored with the spacers in here underneath, but take them out and put them on the top.